president and founder of Magic Moments Unlimited and the executive director of the Ohio College of Clowning Arts. And I'm pleased to be here today with Michael Salvino, who is the founder of the Salvino Family Show. And I'd like to begin our conversation, Mike, with asking you how this all gets started.
How did this start? That's a good question. It probably started when I was a little kid, and we were in Sarasota, Florida, which used to be where the Ringling Museum was. Mm-hmm. In there they had a circus museum, which was where it was based, and they had a poster of a clown and a fire eater, and I knew that's what I wanted to do. Well, as I grew older, I did become a clown, I did become a fire eater, and then when my oldest son was in kindergarten, he got kind of interested in it, and I started using them in the shows, and it just went on from there to where it's at today. Now I perform with all my children.
Well, you mentioned Vince, but who else performs with you?
My other children, I have two other children, Tony, who's now in high school, and Angie, my daughter, who's also in high school. We all perform together.
And what kind of shows do you perform?
What type of shows do we perform? It's all family-oriented shows. I don't do any blue material, because I always felt if you had to do stuff like that, you really don't have that much talent or creativity. We do clown shows, and we have a band called the Refunds, and you can view that on our website. But mostly magic shows. It's comedy magic. It always has a positive message. We like to teach the kids a little something. We do library shows. Currently we have 3 library shows. There is my favorite, the Ohio Show, which is an actual magic show that tells all about the history of Ohio. I just said things that are produced from Ohio. We have the Magical Pet Show, which is all the animals we use, and that's always been a fun one.
Prepare to meet a white Bengal tiger Pokemon!
Then we have the storybook magic, which we take various stories such as Aladdin and Peter Rabbit, and we create magic all throughout the show. And that's always a fun one to do. Okay, I'd like to tell you all a story and see if you know who the story's about. And then Tony and I have been doing kind of crazy, but we've been doing some of Houdini's illusions, and we actually have a stage show.
A lot of different shows and different characters. Can you talk a little bit more about the characters that you use?
Yeah. Some of the characters, probably my all-time favorite one is Frank the Puppet. Now, Frank, you've seen Frank.
I've seen Frank, yes.
Frank started out when he was, when I was a kid, and Frank has just developed. We actually built a puppet, and right now we're trying to bring Frank to life, which I don't know how that's going to work, but it shouldn't be too hard to do. But Frank the Puppet is a character who wants nothing but candy, and his whole goal in life is to get as much candy as he can.
Where are we? We're in Candy, Ohio! Frank made it!
No, Frank, not Candy, Ohio. No, Frank, Candy, Ohio.
Frank has gotten gotten so popular, he has a music video. If you look at our website, you can see it. And we get a lot of bookings just so people can see Frank. He's pretty requested now. There's also the Great Fatouche, probably the worst mind reader you've ever seen. And I don't know what else to say about the Great Fatouche, but he's a big part of our comedy show.
Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I would like to introduce to you the Great Fatouche.
Tony's doing something called the three-card Monte Con Man. And I don't know if you've ever been in big cities and you've seen guys with the 3 cards. Well, you can never win at those. It's a rigged game. And what Tony has done is he's taken that game. It's called the 3-card Monte, and he's actually exposed the whole trick to it. And he put it. It's very interesting. It's gotten pretty popular.
Ladies and gentlemen, if any man approaches you on any street corner in America and offers you the opportunity to make a lot of money at $10 a bet using 1, 2, 3 cards, do not play this game.
The fascinating character is a fascinating show, and I'm sure our listeners will be delighted to see it in person. Thanks, Mike, for your time.
Thanks for having me.